Okay, this is the place. Columbia University. Now I just have to set the year. 1926. Let's go. Okay, we're definitely in the past because everything's in black and white. Yes, who is it? Are you Charles Clarence Williamson? Yes, I am. How can I help? I've come to ask you some questions about the Williamson report. You've traveled a long way, young man, in order to ask that question. Of course. Come in. Have a seat. Okay, thanks. Okay, wait. You know about time travel? Oh, son. Every self-actualized librarian can time travel. Did you think that you were a beautiful and unique snowflake? Wait, isn't that a Fight Club reference? I'm not allowed to talk about that. Okay, whatever. The Williamson report. Can you break it down for me? Oh, but of course. Picture it. Early 1900s America. Libraries are starting to spread and grow across the countryside. Sadly, the means and the quality and the standards with regards to how those library staff are trained, it is not a pretty picture. And that's when the Carnegie Corporation kicked in? That's exactly right. Alvin Saunders Johnson saw the mishmash of training efforts, or lack thereof, and decided that the Carnegie folks needed to reach out to me in order for me to investigate further. 15 schools over the next 3 years. And you spoke to everyone. Oh yes. I spoke to the librarians, I spoke to the alumni, I spoke to the townspeople, board members, every person that might have been involved. Thankfully, all of those efforts definitely paid off. Such as, oh my, yes, I have it right here. So, in a nutshell, there's a difference between clerical and professional library work. Library schools couldn't agree on what to teach. Library training should be at the university level with more than 1 year dedicated. The college degrees are a must before you start the program. The university professors need to be paid more, and the students need an incentive in order to be there. Continuing education is key. Standards, certification, accreditation, all of it as a way to bring some balance back to the force. That leads me to why I'm here today. Critics have said about your report that idea of the focus on the university, that rigidity, that whole certification thing, the lack of focus on the practical, the dichotomy between the professional and the paraprofessional. So, what's your question, son? My question is this: is library work practical or theoretical? Oh, dear child. Do you know who James Gillis, Everett Perry, and Joseph Daniels are? Yes, I do. 3 founders of library schools in California before your report came out. Oh, how those 3 fought. Gillis wanted the county libraries, lots of technical skill, but with a general knowledge of the area, specifically California. Perry was obsessed with standards and raising the standards up. He really wanted to focus on comparative methodologies. And then Daniels was all about adaptability and flexibility. He would change his academic program from year to year depending upon the students that he had in front of him. So who was right? Oh, child, they all were. I have it right here. The curriculum and its approach needs constant re-examination. Those 3 librarians that I just mentioned came from a mixed background of formal training and experimental on-the-job practice. They had an opportunity to test out their theory, to try things out, to debate things. They had to be able to experiment. And all of that, in my opinion and in the opinion of the report, was that best happens at the university level. It's theoretical. Okay, yes. But it still sort of sounds like a setup to consider the idea that library technicians are a totally different species. Tell me this. Have you ever met a library technician who is an automaton, a robot? They're not clockwork oranges. They always think. And no theoretical teacher is ever worth their salt if they don't know how to do practical things. In my report, I specified the idea that they need to be distinct training programs for both of these interlocking jobs, but I also said that continuing education would help to blur those lines. I don't know if we each have a destiny, or if we're all floating around, accidental-like, on a breeze. Wait a second, aren't you quoting Forrest Gump? No. Shut up. Listen, library work is simple. It's both. It's both theoretical and practical, cerebral and service-based. In my report, I tried my best to lay down some ground rules and establish a baseline, but frankly, we always have to revise what we do. In your century, you have the internet, which is blurring the lines all over the place. How someone catalogs in your day and why you catalog the way you do are two incredibly important questions, and the only way to approach that is to work together. That's part of the reason why my report still stands the test of time. It's pretty accurate, actually. Oh, really? So librarians are actually getting paid what they deserve? Yes, well, that's too bad. Be that as it may, my report was a cross-section, a template. It was a snapshot documenting historical forces that were all at play. And frankly, there's nothing stopping someone from your time period from doing the same thing, studying the last 100 years, with the same clarity and honesty. And yes, all the voices in the profession are needed. But frankly, and still in my opinion, a university is a fantastic place to be able to take the time, the opportunity, the means, the research, and the debate in order to be able to flesh those ideas out and to bring those colors to life. Do you understand? Yes, thank you. You've been incredibly helpful. Oh, I must be going. Fantabulous. You have a safe journey home now. You tell that rapscallion Wayne Wiggin that he should DM me. Okay. Dear Melvin Dewey, you dingleberry.
Stop.
Everybody's working for the weekend. Another piece of my heart and a red star.